Welcome back to another educational and interesting episode, hopefully, of the Myth-Busting Locksmith. Now, today we are focusing on the importance of attention to detail. When I started 3 years ago training, and I have now completed 11 courses of training with a professional locksmith body, one of the things that they impressed on me in every course and every day was the attention to detail. Now, 3 years in, I have literally come up against hundreds and hundreds of Bob the Builders, Bodge it and leg it's, Mr. Handyman and Mr. Fix It and whack it with a mallet and hope it works. And I've had to go around and I have had to mend stuff, replace stuff, refit, reshape, and whatever else I can stick in front of to things because they have messed it up because they just bodge it and leg it. They're handyman, they're builders, they're a bit of this and a bit of that, a jack of all trades, but they are not trained, they are not qualified, and they are certainly not locksmiths. Now, when I talk about attention to detail, what we are talking about today specifically is when you are repairing, replacing, upgrading and putting things in, as well as fitting. I have built up somewhat a rather crazy collection of about 300 different types of screw. It has taken me 2 years to label them all, and we're going to have a little look at them shortly. But it does highlight the attention to detail that you must have in all things. It matters if you use screws that are designed for metal to go in metal. It matters if you use screws that are designed to go in wood for wood. If you try and mix and match wood screws and metal surfaces and metal screws and wooden surfaces, it will make a huge difference and it will not fit properly. Now, before we look at the screws, one of the things I wanted to show you in relation to this is handles. These handles, when you look at them like this, look almost identical. I should put them there. They look very, very similar indeed. But the one major difference is that this one is designed to go in a wooden door. This one is designed to go in a metal door. And when you turn the edges up, you can see a significant difference. So, when we look at them up close, if I can hold them like this, let's hold them like that for it. This one, as you can see, has a thick rim. This one has a very thin rim. This one has a lip here and has a kind of sharp edge all the way around with a little indent here and here to be able to remove it from a door once fitted. This sticks out quite significantly and is much easier for me to feel than it may be for you to see. Now, comparing it to this one, which is designed for a metal door, this does stick out, but not as much, although it looks quite similar. There's less of a lip here. It doesn't have this. It literally just has a little brass part here and the black part. The edge is thin, and as you can see, this is almost completely flat all the way around, except for this part. This is the difference that you're looking at. When this is placed in a wooden door, this will grip the edge of the door, this will go inside the door, and this will help activate the mechanism. When this is stuck in a metal door, this of course will sit absolutely flush around the surface, like this, but obviously it will screw, this will go in, so this will literally sit flush against the metal door and be a very solid fit. This can spring round because it is not spring loaded. The lock that it will be attached to is spring loaded. This one, on the other hand, is, if we turn it around this way, is spring loaded. You can push it down and it pops up and it stops there. It is spring loaded. The lock that it will go into will not be spring loaded because this mechanism part here will engage and they will work together. Now, you cannot put this on a wooden door. You cannot put this on a metal door. This will not grip a metal door and will rip it to pieces. One of the other significant things to spot here, of course, if I can work out how to hold these, is that this one has 4 holes. This is designed to be in a metal door with 4 screw holes. This one, of course, has 6. It has the 4 small holes here for screws, and it has the larger ones either side, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and these ones either side for long screws that are designed to go through the escutcheon, through the door, through the escutcheon the other side, and then when they are screwed together with another handle, we'll use this for example for a minute, like this. When you pull this, the 2 screws on the sides will be coming through this of another matching handle, will come through this side, and of course will pull like this. A lot more force and a lot more strength. But with this one, because the lock is spring-loaded and because the door is much stronger and metal, this will literally clamp to the surface absolutely flat all the way around like that. Absolutely solid. It's designed for metal. It's designed for metal door. It is not designed for wood, and it is not designed for a spring-loaded lock. So you cannot put a spring-loaded handle in a door with a spring-loaded lock, and you cannot put a standard metal door handle in a lock that's spring-loaded, because it's just not going to coordinate together. Right. Now, when I talk about the attention to detail, I was called to a job where somebody had put a lock and latch into a door using screws that were 8 mils, and they put them in a 10 mil hole, and the screws were designed for a wooden door, and they put them in a metal door. So you had 8 mil screws in a metal door, and the screws were designed for wood. So in the end, I ended up charging them about £120 to go down there, look at my screw collection and go, that's the wrong one, you need one of these. I then replaced the 8 mil screw out of the metal door because it was designed for a wooden door, and I took a 10 mil screw that was designed for a metal door and I put it in the metal door. This is the attention to detail that you need to be paying attention to, because I went along, it took me 26 minutes to drive there, it took me 35 minutes to drive home, I was in the job for about 20 minutes, it cost me £120, and I simply replaced one screw that was improperly placed in the wrong door, the wrong size, and so it wouldn't work. Now, I'm going to take you to the screws and show you why I'm so meticulous with screws. So, this is the collection looking from afar. So, if we start up here, these are mainly for wood. These are mainly for wood, but different types of surface. These are all self-tapping, and there are 12 different types. These are for wood or metal. These, of course, that's my feet. These, of course, are for, it look like wood, could be metal. These are for wood. These down the end, that's about as far as I can get. As for wood. Nuts, bolts, washers, because everybody needs nuts, bolts and washers. Black enamel for when that is required. I find music stands and so on. This is part of what I call the M collection, where they're sorted out in the millimetre size, but they are bolts. So, then we come along, and as you can see, this is an extensive collection of screws and bolts and nuts and washers, all meticulously sorted out. It has taken me 3 years. Now, when you look at an angle, you can see that all of these have been meticulously labelled. And this is absolutely crucial for when you're working to be able to identify what screw, nut, bolt and washer you may need. So it's easier to do it that way. All labelled, all marked. This makes my job very, very easy. So this is why attention to detail is paramount. It is so important, because if we were to reflect on the fact that it took me roughly half an hour to a job, half an hour back, and I charged £120 to replace 2 screws. This is why the attention to detail is good for you, because you make money, you make your life easy, you make your job easy, you get things fitted, refitted, fixed and whatnot and replaced perfectly, and then the customer is very happy. But a simple thing like the right handle on a door or the right screw in a handle on a door is so important, and this is what we need to stress to everybody. Now, I will leave you with a question. This question is for Screwfix in Pembroke Dock, because I applied for a job there and you didn't even reply to me. So, being a clearly effective maintenance man and a locksmith, why would Screwfix not take me when clearly I'm obsessed with screws? Tenby Golf Club, I'm waiting on your reply. I applied for a job, I haven't heard from you, you want me as a maintenance man, here I am. So that's it. I hope you have a wonderful Halloween. And Gonk and I would like to wish you a very, very happy Halloween indeed. and hopefully you enjoyed this, and we will see you on the next one. Goodbye.